Hello, how you're doing? Welcome back to another episode of Where Blades Walk. On this week's episode, we are talking about that Stoke game. Fantastic 2-0 win, very emotional day, but are the attacks as good as they can be? We're reviewing some of your social media comments on all of that. We're also going to preview the next game up at Ewood Park and getting these guys to vote for their October Player of the Month. And of course, finally, it is Halloween, so we're going to ask them which three teams they dislike the most and want to see the back of in this division. Welcome, one and all. We hope you're doing really, really well. This is the quickest and most comprehensive review of all things Sheffield United on the internet. This is Where Blades Walk. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. So let's jump straight into it. Before we get into the football side of it, Jax, that was a really emotional day at Bramall Lane yesterday for all Sheffield United fans. The tributes looked amazing on the TV. How was it to be there live?
Brilliant, yeah, good. I think they did the best they could under the circumstances. Emotional. It was nice to see Ender Stevens, even though we're playing for Stoke, but it was nice to see Stevens. He looked really emotional, and it's just obviously we can put it behind us now and move on. But it was nice to give him that last send off. In the first time we've played at home since it happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, you were there as well.
Yeah, very sad, really. I think the whole world of football, everybody in our region especially, and just I think everybody was just stunned, really, how a player so close to the club, and it was to see his brother there, Sam, and his young boys with the Sheffield shirts on. Just, I sit really close to the player, and even some of the coaching staff who sit bang at the side of me, you could see the emotion just draining out of everybody. It was just so sad, really.
Okay. Just clear something up before we get into the football side of it. There's been some Sheffield United fans commenting on the Stoke Twitter, on Stoke forums about the Stoke fans' behaviour during the minute silence. The Stoke fans were saying, well, it was the people coming up late to the steps which kind of ruined it. What was your view of that? Stoke fans are saying, look, we did it completely respectfully. Sheffield United fans are saying, no, you didn't. I
thought they were respectful. I sit right next to Stoke fans, and I thought they were. I mean, you had some noise, but it's a ground in the middle of a city centre. You know what I mean? You're going to get noise from outside, whether they knew there were a silence or not. I think that the Stoke fans that were in the ground, I thought they were brilliant. To be honest, I thought they did pay the respect.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I think it was one thing concourse who were making noise, but
yeah.
I thought it was United fan at first, but a Stoke fan just shouted, telling them shut up, and all the ground could hear. I could hear it on the south stand.
Yeah. But other than that, a beautifully observed minute silence and great tributes. All right, let's get into the football then. Lucas, who impressed you the most?
Well, not played much, Vinicius, I'd say. No, I think he's brilliant. I said it even when he weren't playing that well. His attitude was off, but you could tell he's a good player. He's so good in possession. He wins the ball so much, but yeah, he was great.
What about this attack line then? Let me just run through some of the social media stuff where this came from. So Alan Smith's in relation to Kieffer Moore scoring, of course, he said Moore's still rubbish. That goal just hit him, and he missed two good-headed chances. Regan says, it's a great performance, lads, but can we actually pass into the final third, please? And it comes back to that point we've made on here before about, you should be battering some teams, and Stoke weren't very good, I think, it's fair to say, isn't it? But we can't complain at a 2-0 win, can we, Shex? But have people got any valid concerns here that they're just not putting chances away again?
Yeah, I mean, I can sort of see where they're coming from with Kieffer Moore, but the same people that think that we should be signing Haaland in January, you know what I mean? It's just we've got what we've got. He is what he is. He links up well. He seems to me he works hard. He's a grafter, a bit like McBurney. He works hard. He brings others into play, and like I said, I don't see a problem with him. He scored whether it hits him or not. Good striker, it hits him on arse, as they say, and goes in. That's all that matters, isn't it? As a goal scorer, don't matter what it comes off. If it goes in net, it's a goal. So I'll take one of them.
Okay. Dan, talk to me about Campbell as well, because Stoke fans, of course, knew it was going to happen. Always happens, doesn't it, ex-player? But is he going to be an important player for you going forward?
I definitely think so, yeah. I think he offers us something a little bit different as well in that centre forward role when Kieffer's not playing. But I just think he's getting sharper week by week, and I think I was really impressed. I was really impressed with him at the weekend. But I think just touching on that Kieffer thing, I think he gets a lot of unwarranted stick. Really, I think the goals are coming from pretty much everywhere, and without the 2-point deduction, we're second in the league, and we've lost. And for me, we've lost to arguably the side that's going to go up as champions. So I don't think there's much to worry about in terms of that. And we always create chances, whether they don't really. It's irrelevant who they fall to in my book. But yeah, I think I'm impressed with Campbell. I think there's more to come from him as well.
Okay. Lucas, this game came on the back of 2 away losses, of course, to Leeds and Borough. What did you learn about your side from those 2 defeats?
Well, to be fair, I didn't expect us to win. Like at Leeds, I didn't think we were going to win. I thought Leeds were just better. I feel like a lot of our fans are just quite unrealistic. Like it was a rebuild season anyway, but I thought at Borough, I don't know, they just seemed better than us again, to be honest. But yeah, we're good against Stoke. We just showed that. We were loads better than them anyway. It was a good response.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much all for that. Blackburn are up next. Before we get to Blackburn, though, I just want to ask about this decision that's been made in relation to the derby, which of course is coming up in a couple of weekends on a Sunday. The police have decided not to allow for any early alcohol sales around the ground due to safety reasons. The Wednesday fans we spoke to last week said, "Well, fair enough if it's for safety reasons." But Shax, what's your view on this?
I just think police need to keep the nose out. To be honest, I don't like. It's not a kids' football match. It's not an under-9s game. It's a men's game of football. It's men, adults that go in and out of pubs. It's up to them what they do. I don't see it's an 12:30 kickoff anyway. Like how drunk can you possibly be if pubs open at 11 o'clock anyway? So I just think it's just another. Every game should be on a Saturday at 3 o'clock for me anyway. So the fact that it's on a Sunday at 12:30 is annoying enough. But then to say, well, we're going to close local businesses, because that's what pubs are, and the local businesses that rely on that. So I think it's daft myself. But if they're going to say it's for safety reasons, then I guess there's no argument, because that's always going to win, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Lucas, have you got a view on this?
I don't really know anyway. I'm living in Hillsborough near Wednesday ground anyway, so that's going to be a bit weird getting to the ground, but I probably won't be in pub beforehand.
Okay. Right, what you done?
I just think it's a bit. I agree with Shax, really. I think it's a little bit silly. I think they just need to keep the nose out. I think you're not gonna stop it. I think in some pubs might do a little sneaky one, and you go through back door anyway. But I don't know. I think I get it. I totally get why they want to do it. But if a minority want to spoil it for majority, then more fool them, really.
Okay. All right, then, of course, we'll be previewing that game, of course, next week on here with a Wednesday fan as well. So join us for that. Next up is Blackburn, though. They haven't lost at home, Dan. They've got 5 wins and a draw. This isn't going to be easy, is it?
No, I don't think any game is. I've touched on it before in previous podcasts. It's not going to be. I don't think there's any game easy in this league. I think it showed at Leeds and Middlesbrough that we've got a squad that we're going to utilise that squad, and people have to understand that we are a young squad still learning. We've got a lot of young players, and it's going to be difficult like every game. But is it a game that I think we can win? Oh yeah, 100%. And I think we're in a good place, and I think we can definitely go to Blackburn and their home, and their good home record, definitely.
Okay. Shax, you'll be going to this one, along with a couple of thousand others. I think you could do it.
Yeah, like Dan's just said, I think we can beat anybody in the league, but I also think we can probably lose to quite a few teams in the league as well. So I don't expect it, but I think we definitely can do it, yeah.
Okay. Lucas?
I originally said I think we'll lose, but because I know they're good at home, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'd take a point, in all honesty, to be fair. But then if you look at
Yeah,
fixtures afterwards, we've got
Yeah,
Bristol
definitely.
away, which I think will be hard, and then it's obviously them lot. And then Coventry away, which we should beat Coventry, but
Okay. Just on that, last week we had a bit of a pop at Callum O'Hare on this channel and saying he's not doing enough. Got a bit of criticism for that, of course, as you'd imagine. How did he do against Stoke, Shax?
I know you did this to me last week, but again, yesterday, I thought all 11 players, I thought yesterday did all right. All 10 players, should I say, did all right, except him. Just awful, just lethargic. He's got no skill. Well, I've said everything I've said before. Just move it on to another game. I went to Middlesbrough, awful. Went to Leeds, non-existent. Yesterday, just so passive and weak. And there's just, well, I don't know. Like I said last week, my patience is wearing thin. I mean, I've not got any with him anymore now. Now I've just got to a point where I know we've got better players. Even Brooks, any one of them can start in his position and offer more than what he can.
Okay, all right. Good to hear how it is. So I'm guessing he's not going to be your October Player of the Month, but let's find out who is. So we are. You played your last game in October now, so we can ask you this. Some great people up for this. A goalkeeper, for example, as well, and obviously nearly all your midfield. Dan, who are you going to choose though?
Well, I think the other two. I've got an idea who the other two lads are going to pick. I think Lucas touched on it earlier a little bit, but for me, I'm going to go. I am going to go Cooper in terms of. I think it's a breath of fresh air to have a goalkeeper that's not made an error, barring one pass at the weekend. His distribution is fantastic. His shot stopping, his all round positional sense from goal kicks, the way that he commands his area, and the way that the defence are confident in front of him. So I'm going to go with Michael Cooper for me.
So it's a great shout. Lucas, you can have the same ones, but do you have a different player in mind?
I'm gonna go Harry Souttar. I think he's been unreal. I don't think he's put a foot wrong. He's just a great defender, to be honest. He looks solid.
Yeah, absolutely. We've raved about him here in the last couple of weeks as well. Okay, Shax, you can have any of those two. Have you got another one?
I voted Souttar last month, but this month I'm going to go for Jezran Raksaki. I think the Luton game, I think he won us that single-handedly with his 2 goals. And then every time I've seen him, I thought Middlesbrough away. When Ayling cleared off that offline, I thought he'd done everything right. I thought he were good again yesterday. I thought he terrorised that Stoke defence. Any time he run at that Stoke defence, they were petrified. And every time I've seen him, Raksaki, I think he's a danger. And I think the criticisms are more sometimes fair. Definitely they're fair. I don't think anybody criticises Raksaki, and I think that's with good reason. I think he's a special talent, and I think if we can keep him fit, I can't wait to see him running against Max Lowe.
Brilliant. All right,
I think the other two lads have killed me there. We're going to pick Sousa, but I thought thought Shax or Lucas were going to pick Vinny Sousa there. To be fair.
All right.
I were until you said that.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right.
No.
Drop yours into the comments. I tell you what, it's a tough choice. I don't know who the official one is going to be, but crikey. All right, then. Thank you for that. Before we let you go, it is Halloween this week, so we do want you just to be a little bit evil for once. We're going to ask you to relegate any 3 teams from this division and give us your reasons. Give us your reasons why. Those teams that even those teams that you just hate for no reason. You just want to get rid of them. No one said you guys yet, but then we haven't spoken to that lot. Lucas, kick this off for us. Give us
Wednesday.
Teams. Oh, yeah. I'll just say, yeah.
And then I'm probably going to have to just Leeds. Wednesday and Leeds, I'd be happy if them two obviously went down.
Okay.
And then unless I'm missing someone, I'd probably just go. I don't like Middlesbrough, I'll be honest. I just think they're right annoying. Them or Stoke, I just think they're right annoying. Or Coventry, to be fair.
Okay, that's 5 gone. Right, Shax?
Wednesday, and I go Wednesday again. I just go Wednesday.
All right, done.
Wednesday, Leeds, and anybody else. I'm not really fussed, to be honest. I don't really. not I don't really dislike anyone else, but just
There's no
just them
sides
two.
that
But
niggle you. You just think there's no point in you being in this league.
yeah, that's it. I don't really know. I'm not. No, probably not. Probably not. To be honest,
Norwich,
Too nice.
Norwich are a weird.
yeah,
Norwich
just,
are a weird
well,
bunch.
I just sometimes look at Norwich and just think, really,
Yeah.
why just too yellow for me.
Pointless.
All right. Cheers, Dan. You're too nice. All right. Can you drop us a line about which three teams would you relegate? I mean, it was always going to be those two names were always going to come up, weren't they? Right. Cheers, you lot. Enjoy your trip to Blackburn, all of you, and we'll see you in 7 days' time to review all of that and look ahead to the derby. Should be a good one.
Thanks.
Cheers. Have a good week.
Cheers.
And enjoy
Cheers,
football.
lads.